Hello, warriors, and welcome to Warrior Wednesday. Be fearless, warriors. We're going to talk today about rediscovering yourself. Ugh, that's a hard thing to do when you come to grips of knowing who you truly are. And in marriage, I have found that's truly when I find out who I really am, because it's character building when you're married. And also, if you're not and you're single, that's okay too. Just rediscovering who you are. Depression drains you mentally and spiritually and physically. So we're talking about that a little bit today. And I just want to give you some simple steps of how you can overcome some of these things and these battles in life. And I give this advice, and I take this own advice for myself as well. Hello, Brittany. Thanks for joining. And Mel, thanks for joining today on Warrior Wednesday. You are truly warriors, bold, brave, and beautiful. So we're talking about depression and how it drains you mentally, spiritually, and physically. Even energetic people who were once full of hope and drive can have trouble getting out of bed when suffering from depression. So I was married for 20 years, and when I finally had my done, I had to have my done. I had to let that cook for a long time being married. But, when I went through all that I went through in this marriage, anyway, after that time when God had said to me, and I had talked to God, and he said, it's time to move on. It was tragic. I had warriored through a lot with this man, had 4 beautiful babies with this man, and, had a life. But we just, lots of disconnects, a lot of things that I just don't want to spew out here publicly, but a lot of things that weren't good. So after 20 years, I was done, and I walked away and made that decision. And I could not leave my bed for 4 days, I want to tell you, because I just had to pray and just figure this out. So I did not leave my room and my bed for 4 days. And that's when I had the awakening of all of this, like, it's okay. God's got my back. This is a good decision. I have given my all to this. God showed me I gave my all to this. That's what I had to do. I had to prove, because one day I'm going to stand before him and I have to make account for everything, right? So I want to be able to stand before him and say, I really gave it my all. And I can honestly say that for my marriage. So that's my encouragement for you, is that for me, I didn't leave my room for 4 days. That was my depression. But then I snapped out of it, because there's no other way to go but up. To stay in that muck is madness. So while overcoming depression, it's not quick or easy. It's a process, right? But it's not impossible, because the word possible is in impossible. Take the I am out of it and make it possible. These are steps that I'm going to give you that help discover and rediscover yourself and start living again. These are things that have helped me in my own journey in my life. And so I just want to share them with you. So for number 1, say what God says about you. Speak of what God says about you. Find scriptures that you can repeat over and over in your head throughout the day. Place them, positive affirmations even, place them throughout your house, whether it's God's word, whether it's motivational words. I love quotes. I have been quoting for a long time, like taking people's quotes and re-quoting them, whatever you want to call that. But then I've started creating my own, because I've been just so fascinated by quotes, because they've encouraged me, they have uplifted me, they've motivated me. And so that's why I have the Be Fearless, and I write these notes everywhere. So I'm gonna give you a little tour of my office and show you how I motivate myself. So here's my motivation board. I know it looks like really, really junky to you, but these are all things that inspire me and motivate me, from my children to my hubby to my family to my friends to Wonder Woman to my company. All these things. My husband did this amazing drawing for me. All these things motivate me, and then it just goes around. And I don't want to show you my desk. It's a really madness right now, but but I have a desk there, and then you go around to my stock and everything. But look at this. I have walls that have quotes on them, and that one says, "Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire." This one, never underestimate a woman with a prayer and a plan. This one, darling, the one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write it and draw it and build and play and dance and live as only you can. So stay motivated in these things, in these quotes. Find these quotes, find these motivational things to keep and post them all over your house to remind yourself that you are a bold, brave, beautiful warrior. I believe in you. So you've got to learn to believe and train yourself to believe in yourself. So number 2, set the stage. Keep background music on in your home that sets the stage for peace-filled and positive atmosphere. As you can hear now, we're listening to Holy Spirit by Kim Walker-Smith. Oh, that woman is fierce. She's got fierce lungs and pipes, you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe she's got these pipes, but she's got these vocal pipes. I can only dream to have those. I'm a worshiper. I'm not a singer, so I really try, but, you know, it's all about Jesus, you know, when you're worshiping. So I don't really try to come out with any perfect sound. But anyway, set the stage for background music. That's what it's about. So I always have music playing because it motivates me. It's my soul. Music is my soul. And so I love to sing and I love to worship. And I'm pretty much a musical person. So my family has also been musical because of that. My first marriage was musical. Music was always playing. It was like musical theater all the time. This is the same way it is here at my home now. It's just a little different because I have teenagers, so their music changes a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so I have to bring in my music to help, you know, make it all mesh as we share our music. But setting the stage, basically. So that's a good one. Number 3. Getting outside, making sure that you're seeing daylight at least 30 minutes a day. The sun is huge. I live in Michigan. We don't see the sun a lot, but I can't complain because we don't live in Washington State. So I will not complain about that. When I first moved here, though, it was quite alarming because I moved from Atlanta, and that's where I saw the sun pretty much every day. So, and we could wear flip-flops all the way in Atlanta up until December. I don't know how it is now. I've been gone for about 8 years. But anyway, I love to see the sun, and I try to get out every single day, at least take a breath of fresh air. I have an old spirit. I sit on my front porch and love to, I sit in I have a tea where I'm sitting, or where I live. And so I love watching traffic go by, and I love to just sit there and breathe in the air. My girlfriend came over last night, and we chatted and sat on the front porch. I should have offered her lemonade, but it has sugar in it, so I gotta come up with a sugar-free lemonade. But anyway, so getting outside and just making sure that you're just soaking in the light. And if it's a dreary day out, just go out for fresh air. Really just breathe in the fresh air that God has given you and put in and out through your lungs. The effects of sunlight are huge, okay? And if you have not as much sunlight where you live, this is another thing that I've done. I've purchased this thing called a Happy Light. This is my light today, what's focusing on me. This is Happy Light. You can get this on Amazon. They're maybe $40. I don't remember what I paid for this, but this is a Happy Light. So this is my fake sunlight, fake sunshine for when they're dreary days, because today's kind of an iffy day outside. But that's what I use. I use it. It's effective. I don't have any scientific facts behind it other than I like it and it works for me, and just staying positive and seeing that light. Wish it was a tanning light. No, just kidding. Anyway, all right, so number 4, look ahead. Let go of regret and stop looking at your past. Write down a list of dreams that you have for your future. So in this, I'm going to tag along with, this is a number 4, but a and B series on this. So in this, writing down your dreams is huge. Writing down your dreams and your passions, making a plan. If you don't make a plan, then you're failing to plan, right? So you've got to plan. You either plan to fail or you fail to plan, right? So what I do is I keep track of a lot of things like my dreams and gratitude. I keep a gratitude journal every day. I write down things I'm grateful for. I fill up a page. I don't really have a number amount. You can start with 3 to 5, whatever it is. I love to write that down because then I can go back and see, oh, these are all the things I've been grateful for when I'm having one of those days of feeling so ungrateful. Because you have those days, you have those moments, and it's a great way to snap yourself out of it, as well as music. So I'm going to show you my stack. I mean, this is just a very small stack, let me tell you, of my gratitude journals and my dream journals. See, okay? This is crazy, right? I probably have a large tote of these because I've started these in the 6th grade and I've been keeping up with them pretty much ever since. I'm not saying I've been 100% faithful at it, but I probably have maybe an estimate of 50 or 60 books that I've written in. I don't know. I don't know what they're for. They're really for just me. I mean, if somebody wants to read them one day, I really don't think it's going to happen because we're so virtual as a world and everything is not on paper and whatever. But I just basically just keep track of, this is my little black book. Just kidding. But this is, I just basically just write down things I'm thankful for. So March 12th of 2019, I don't have my glasses, so I'm reading from afar. I just said, oh, and the fun part's reading your writing again. Get it right. Good. I wrote, AB and I went, it's my girlfriend and my COO. We went downtown for an appointment for our company, Armor 2011. And we met with a counselor and a business counselor. Okay, sorry, I should put my glasses on. Cookie and my hubby, they drove all day, and he took her driving. I mean, just little things like that. Like, took her driving. That was a good thing, because she's learning how to drive. And just talks about little things like that. I'm not going to give you too much, because I really can't read it. But anyway, so just keeping track of those is so, so wonderful. Okay, number 5. Exercise. That is huge. I talk about exercise a lot. It's part of our mind, body, and spirit and heart, and it's keeping us healthy. So exercise is so important. Getting at least 30 minutes in of cardio activity as well as weight training is so important. I don't do a lot of cardio anymore because I eat super, super clean, and that's just by my choice. So guess what? I don't have to do a lot of cardio because of that. And that's just something that my body's adjusted to. But you got to figure out what works for your body, and you're your own best scientist. As I've said before, you're your own best rocket scientist. So you got to figure out what works for you in eating, nutrition, and exercise. And at Women to Warriors, we would love, love, love to be a part of that and help you out any way we can. You can send us an email. You can find that on our Facebook page, and we would love to help you in fitness. We also are launching our fitness page, or Facebook page here soon. So we will share a lot of that with you. But in the meantime of that, making sure that you're getting and exercising is so, so important. It will improve your happy endorphins. That's why I'm happy, because I have happy endorphins, because I love training, I love getting outside in the sunlight, and I exercise, as well as got the Jesus juice. You know what I'm saying? So number 6, sleep. Sleep is so vital, you all. If you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, I don't care if you think that you can get less sleep than that. It's really a statistic that says very, very, very few people can sleep on 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. It's just not a healthy thing. You need sleep because your body needs to go through everything, from everything that your system does. You can look it up scientifically if you want to see what all your body goes through, but it just does. It goes through all these things during sleep that you need. It's like when God asked you to rest on the 7th day of whatever that Sabbath day is for you. This is what your body needs. It needs that restfulness in order to make you full of everything that you need in your life, right? So sleep is important. Making sure that you're turning your lights down and you're going to bed at the same time every night is vital. I also go and make sure my room is light free. There's no blue lights, there's no red lights. Good gosh, there's too many of those on TVs and all those kind of things that are in your room, on chargers and all that. We plug all that up. It's completely pitch dark in our room. We also have a darkening curtain. Yes, they're ugly, but I put a cute one over on top of it. But I do that because we make sure that we have no light in our room. I also sleep with a sound the ocean and storms, because I like to have noise. Everybody's different. Some people like to sleep with music, whatever. But it's my way of blocking out everything so I get a restful night's sleep, and it's what works for me. So also remembering you want to quiet down your body, and as your body is getting tired and you're bringing down your evening, right? I also believe in praying in the morning and praying at night. So just even if the praying at night, it's like, thanks God. Thanks God for this day and my next day, my agenda that you have planned for me. I have planned, going through what you've got planned, not in a stressful way, just going through what tomorrow is going to be like, and then also praying that God also keeps you armored through the night in your sleep. And then you know what the armor is. Ephesians 6:11, look it up if you don't, being fully armored. Also, making sure the television is off. A lot of people think that they can watch TV and watch movies. It's a give or take thing for me. For me, it all kind of depends. If I'm watching something like an animal show, not killing animals or anything like that, just a peaceful kitten show, no, not really, not basic, but something simple, like, right, that doesn't take your mind to really think through it. I definitely can't watch cop shows or any of that at night because it just messes with my mind all night. So really, I don't watch TV. I really don't want to watch TV. I mean, my husband will want to, and I'll just lay there. We'll kind of rub each other. We have this little system we do at night. I rub his feet, he rubs my back, and that's how we kind of veg out to our evening. And it's just really nice. But just engaging in quiet activities before bed. Maybe you're just vegging, praying, thinking. Maybe you're doing yoga before bed. You can do yoga in bed. My husband does that too. Reading or just taking a warm bath. Something to just melt your brain down from your day and go into that relaxation of sleep. Number 7. Socialize. I love to socialize. I love spending face-to-face with women. One of my favorite things. I am so sad when women say to me, oh, I'm so sorry I took up all your time. I'm like, no, you don't even know. I'm like a golden retriever. I will find people to talk to because I feel that First of all, y'all ignite me. You put me on fire for so many positive things. I love hearing about lives. I love hearing about people. I love hearing just everything. It just makes me just so, I don't know what it is. It just makes me thrive, right? So that for me is not, and when you go to this, as far as looking into this, it's kind of the opposite of socializing in a way, because what you need to do is you want to spend face time, but not Facebook time or Insta time or Snap time. You want to spend face-to-face time more with people in your family, in your house, in your tribe, right? So in this, when you're at home at night with you and your hubby and your kids or whatever, and your hubby's on his thing and you're on your thing and the kids are playing, not cool, okay? Because y'all should be face to face. This is about your tribe. This is the time you get to spend here together. Take that alone time to go and do those kind of things. If you need 10 minutes to catch up on all your social stuff, whatever. I mean, it's easy to scroll. It's easy, right? But really it's mindless, right? So figure out that too within yourself. Figure that out, what that looks for you. I don't want to tell you to do less of socializing on this, because we're about women, and then that means you're going to be less looking at my page, our page. But no, not really that, but just find ways to motivate and encourage. Don't look at, I know a friend told me that most of the time she goes through, it's just so much negativity here on Facebook. And I'm not about the negativity. I like to speak boldly and call things out, but I mean, I speak that within my own self, so that's not negativity as far as I'm concerned. But don't find those. Stop following those pages. Find people that inspire you and follow that. And that's how I look at it with social media. And it can be inspiring. Social media is a great thing. It's a great tool if you use it as a great tool. Just like anything, you go to the gym; those are tools if you use them correctly. You have a Bible; if you use it correctly, it's a tool. It's your map of life, right? All right. So making sure that you keep fun in your life. Laugh a lot, y'all. Live, love, laugh. Like, laugh so much. Watch comedies. I like clean ones. I can't suggest any to you right now, but like funny movies. Well, I can suggest funny movies, but and I can list some later or whatever. But just stay enthused and stay laughing and stay joyful. I promise you, medicine is so great for the soul. It's in Proverbs. Also, spending time together, going to a dinner face-to-face, going to, well, movies not, it's more side-by-side, but spending that face-to-face, going places together and spending that time face-to-face. I love Craig Rochelle. He's one of my favorite pastors. I call him my pastor, even though I have multiple pastors. But he is a great pastor, and he has a series on this, and that you know, too much as couples, we spend so much time side by side, but how much are we doing really face to face anymore? And as a society, we're just not. We are so behind everything, right? Behind the walls, behind the scene, and instead of spending that face to face time. So make sure that you're doing that with your gal pals. Make sure that you're doing it with your family, especially if you're married to your husband or whoever your friend is in life, co-workers, whatever. Face to face time is so important. Pay attention to these times when you tend to dwell on the negatives in your life. Really focus on that. Like if you're having a negative moment, why am I having this moment? What is it stemming from? I mean, really it's about constantly rediscovering yourself and discovering who you really are. You're on this life journey, y'all. This isn't ending yet. You're not dead yet. So you've got this life journey to learn who you are about. The other day, I had this negativity just running through my head about my husband. You know, just like, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do this, and I was like, where is this stemming from? I mean, what is this about? Like, I love my husband. He's amazing in so many ways. But what is going on that I'm having this negativity? So I just let it go, just prayed about it, changed my channel and my thoughts, and all of a sudden, God started pointing things out to me in my own. Things I need to catch up on my own self, things I could be calling my own self out on. And I started going, whoops, here's my list. Okay, so one of them is financial. I've slacked on my finances for a month. This whole month, I've slacked on my finances, meaning that I just didn't tally, which we have a tally system. Love Everyday Dollar. If you want to know a free plug for that, Dave Ramsey, love it. So I follow that. I've just been slacking how I've been putting my stuff in there. Oh, did he call me out on that? If I'm lazy with my money, y'all, I mean, how's that going to be? That's just my personal. But anyway, and I didn't, and it's for Doug and I. So I have a management meeting on Friday. We have meetings that we meet at, and I had to get my butt in gear so that I could have this management meeting on our finances on Friday. So yeah, so it's just about just getting your act together, your order together, your life together. And today I just want to say, hey, how to rediscover yourself and your heart. Pay attention to you. It takes work, so much work to make yourself a better you, but it's so worth it because you're going to stand in front of God one day and you're going to answer to him as, you want the answer to be, you are the amazing, good, and faithful servant. You served me well. But you got to go there with a clean heart And every day I have to clean up my own heart. I'm not perfect. There's a lot of muck in there still. I don't want to admit that, but I have to admit that because I'm not a perfect person. Otherwise, I'd be the angel already flying up there, right? As well as all of you. So dig in, keep digging in, discovering who you are. Study people in a positive way, but don't study them to be negative. Don't study to fix them. You cannot fix anyone. You can only fix yourself. Only God can fix others. So take that pressure off. Take that off and put this on yourself to rediscover you. Using these steps can help you with that. It takes work, it takes persistence, it takes perseverance, but only you can tell yourself to stop rehearsing the negatives. You're going to set the stage for yourself. So rediscover who you truly are. Well, warriors, I love you. You mean so much to me. Thank you so much for checking this out. I see several on there. Lisa on there. Hi. Tracy Scobie. Thank you. Karina, hello. Love you all. So that was my 2 bits of information today. As well as I've got a couple announcements for you. We are starting the Love Dare June 1st. Yeah. This is for married people. I don't really mind if you're single and you want to get on there. If you want to buy the book, I'm good with that. I don't really care. But just know that we're going to be mainly speaking about marriage in this. The Love Dare is a 40-day study that was out a long time ago. It was with a movie called Fireproof. So if you want to check that out, it's awesome. These gentlemen that did the movie wrote this Love Dare, and it's about loving your husband in such better ways, daring to do things for him in this 40-day thing. Loving him in a different way than you've ever loved him before. But it's kind of a secret. Like, you don't tell him you're doing this. You kind of keep the book kind of secret because you don't want him to know what you're doing. And it's just reigniting that fire in your marriage. And you bet I'll be doing this. I got to reignite my fire all the time. You know what I'm saying? I've been married almost 7 years. It's our Jubilee year. But that doesn't go without saying. It's not always perfect. Because it's not. That's marriage for you. It's character building, right? So this is a great way to go through that. So if you want to read Love Dare with us, starts June 1st, Saturday. We're going to have a group. It's a closed group that asks to join. And that way you can be a part of our Love Dare. Also, I wanted to tell you that Joyce Meyer, we're finishing up our book in our tribes. Here, I have 2 tribes in Hastings. We have a tribe starting June 13 in Caledonia. We have a men's tribe called Men to Warriors. They meet on Mondays. They are not reading this book, but we will be reading the same book in the fall. I will suggest it to you later but this is the book that we just now finished called Healing the Soul of a Woman by Joyce Meyer. Sorry, I can't figure the camera out. This is a phenomenal book. We are seeing her in 2 weekends, June 7th and 8th. She's coming to Grand Rapids. Hallelujah. And we're going to see her. I'm going to take my book. I don't know if we'll ever get to have her sign it, but whatever. Just taking the book is just going to be exciting enough, just that we get to see her. This is an amazing book, y'all. This changed my life. This is an incredible book. I've written in it, poured into it, prayed over it, and lead 2 studies in this book twice a month. And we're almost done with it, but that's definitely a book I highly suggest for you to read because we all need healing in our souls. We've been so hurt in our past with so many things you don't even know that you've been hurt about that can come out if you open that up with God. And that's between you and God in that time. So, last announcement, Friday. It's Faith Full Friday, 7 minutes with me, encouraging you with 7 minutes of prayer at 7 a.m. Whoops, I wasn't trying to give you 2. 7 a.m. So come join me for live prayer. Sometimes it's recorded, sometimes it's live, just depending on how that flows. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. I'm always trying to make it live for you. But come join me at 7 a.m. this Friday. So thank you so much for checking everything out. I'm so excited that you are here today on Warrior Wednesday. And y'all, remember to be fearless, stay gracefully armored, and remind yourselves daily that you are a bold, brave, beautiful warrior. Love y'all. See you soon.